picture to stand up over time, to be able to be as vibrant, to have the meaning, to have the depth, to have the life, so that if you look at it in 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now, it's still going to have some impact, some meaning. Steve Mccurry is a photojournalist, first of all. He's an adventurer, he's a traveler, he has a great soul, and he has a magnificent heart, and no question about it, he has a great set of eyes.
He's got an extraordinary sense of how to use color and an extraordinary sense of composition. So he can put together a frame that is very compelling, that has a lot of information in it, that has a lot of human drama in it.
I mean, this could be an amazing shot. You know, you have the cannon here, you have this kind of chair here in the stone, and then boom, in the background you have this amazing vista.
I would call him a documentary photographer. I think that's the closest title that you could give him. You might also call him a photojournalist. You might also call him a travel photographer. The genres kind of blend, especially for that kind of photography. He does the National Geographic kind of photography. It's part this and part that.
The places I like to work in are places like Calcutta, Kathmandu, Kabul, Bombay. People tend to really live their lives more in the open, more on the street. People are washing, people are eating, people are sleeping. All sorts of human activity take place right before your eye, right there in front of you.
His photographs to me are like paintings.
Maybe let's dodge a little bit of this, the face here. Maybe
there's many photographs that come to mind that are like Rembrandt paintings. And of course the one portrait that's most famous is the Afghan girl. And it's that decisive moment when he clicked the shutter. It's that look that he captured in her face.
It's a complicated picture that has a lot of, I think, depth, and there's an ambiguity to it so that you can kind of interpret it, whether she's an Afghan or an Indian or whatever. Maybe it doesn't even matter. Often people will respond to that picture without even realizing she's an Afghan refugee. It's just that look that you can't stop, you can't take your eyes off of.
I've always thought of it as the modern-day Mona Lisa.
Wherever I've traveled throughout the planet, people know that picture. And when we found her, that picture was sent out on the wire, and I think it ran in maybe 2,000 newspapers around the world.
Steve wants to live a long time with the subjects that he shoots. He doesn't want to just fly in and photograph a news event. He's interested in cultures. He's kind of an anthropologist.
How's that? Good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Nice to meet you. My latest book, my fifth book, in fact, is on the temples of Angkor. Pilgrims come from all over the Cambodia, indeed all over South Asia and Southeast Asia to come and visit these amazing sort of temples. A great thing about Angkor Wat is that there are a lot of villagers, there's a lot of monks, monasteries that live in and around the temple area. So it's kind of a living treasure.
I already took care of that one. So I got that early.
Okay, good.
Thank you, man.
Okay, so
I'll see you tonight.
Send this one too as well?
Oh, sure.
Steve Mccurry has more guts, more determination, and works harder than all the rest of us put together, and that's the truth. All of my colleagues in Magnum and at National Geographic, we all agree on one thing. Nobody busts it like Steve does.
He travels the world alone. You know, he has his camera bag and his cameras and his passport.
I spend about 8 or 9 months of the year traveling, and I must say that I can't imagine a better way to spend your life, but airports is like the downside. Airports is really the worst part about traveling. Got to have some good reading material. The Economist and the Herald Tribune, you know, that's a good start. And the New Yorker, of course, my favorite magazine. And a little bit of news. And voila, the camera.
He's very aware of light and how it can help him tell the story. He brings you into the photographs because of the light, because of the shadows, a lack of light perhaps, and because of the color palette. And once you're in it, you realize you're caught.
I want the face to carry the picture. I want just to concentrate simply on the features, perhaps how the person's dressed, maybe a little bit of architecture suggested in the background, not much, but the picture will live or die on the strength of the character and the face.
Steve is definitely a rare breed, and he's earned it. I mean, he's brought back the pictures. He keeps getting the assignments.
I think after 20 years of working in these kind of areas and these kind of situations, you develop a sense and you develop techniques and just this sort of you know, you don't give up. You're very tenacious. That's what I do. That's what my role. That's what I feel like is a very important mission of journalism and documentary photographers, to record and so that we can all remember what happened and to have a record of our time.